Here we go. Hello, and welcome to Ray's School of Mining in 7 Days to Die. So, some of you may be asking me, why do I need to learn how to do this? And my answer is, because y'all driving me nuts with your crappy mines. So first off, I'm going to show you probably what a typical mine looks like. I did this box on the outside. I will show you how I do my boxes at some point, but a friend of mine took over because I could not stand to be here. I just want you to look. This is an absolute mess. And he's got stuff everywhere, and it's just a giant hole all the way down to the bottom because he was digging out coal, and then he came back and he started getting other stuff, and he started going off to the side. And there's ceiling collapses and all sorts of things. As you can see, there's just tons of resources left in here that he's not going to be able to get well. And yeah, it's just a mess. It's an absolute mess down here. So this is a no-no mine. Now, forgive me, I'm going to take a minute to travel over to my mine in the desert. It's just a short trip away. And I will show you what a proper, clean mine looks like. And how you yourself can achieve such a feat. It is easy. There are simple rules and tricks to follow without you having to count numbers and worry about how many do I have to go out for support beam, etc, etc, etc. Now you see this over here is somebody else's mine. Again, not a fan of how they've done it because they have something raised up over the ground and you can't just drive over top of it. I prefer to have something flush with the ground, easy to drive over. You know, because if it's out in the middle of a field and somebody's shortcutting, you don't want them to fall into a hole, number one. That has happened to me on multiple occasions. Nor do you want them to have to go around your mine when they could just easily go over top of it like it's nothing. So, I am heading out to my mine. Uh-oh. Y'all didn't. Oh, there we go. Alright. Sorry about that. Slight hiccup here. So, I don't even remember what I was saying now. My slight hiccup. Let me go ahead and go through here. Yep, I don't remember what I was saying. Anyway. Keep your minds neat and tidy. So here we go. If I can, I like to leave a little bit embedded here so I can see what it is. But I start with a 3x3 block, which is going to be dug out in the dirt. And then over top of it, I place plates. And the reason I do that is because your hatch here needs to have something to stick to. And yes, you can use your ladder to support it, but I prefer not to have my ladder be the main support for my hatch. I prefer to have the hatch supported by something else, just in case my ladder gets broken. So down here you can see my mine is nice and neat and tidy. And there is no rhyme or reason to my supports. I've just been, every time I feel like I need a support, I will throw one down. And I will show you real quick by drilling down here what I do is when I decide I need a support, let's go ahead and I'm just going to pick a corner over here. I don't need any more supports, but just for the heck of it, say I decide I want another support right here. Yeah. I will go ahead and dig down. Straight down. I know, we're going against Minecraft rules here. So I know I've hit stone. Right there I hit stone. And then I will take my shaped frames. You can use cobblestone, that's better if you can. I've even upgraded them all the way up to concrete late game when I had enough funding for it. Place your pillar like so. and then you go all the way up to your ceiling. So what I usually do is, these were my first pillars I got. So I dug down pretty deep, and I left a decent ceiling. I did not dig up. I know I'm wasting some materials here, but I chose not to dig up because I want something supporting my ceiling. So I dug down a good ways into this ore, and then right here I had a too high area that I started just digging out every bit of ore. I went against the wall and I started digging along the edges of the ore, and I came back around and I just kept digging and digging and digging until I met back up with myself. You can see here that it wasn't even in here, so I've been carefully digging things out. You know, here I saw there was a little extra ore here, you know. But we did too high. I cleaned it all out, and then I started digging down. Here you can see where I've made my progress, digging down to the next level. And I'm just going to keep going down, keep digging new levels, all the way to the bottom of this river. So here, where my ladder is, this goes all the way down to the bottom of the iron. All I'm going to have to do is just keep throwing ladders every time I go down a level, so that I'll be set all the way down. I'm not going to have to worry about any more support pillars here. Now, what happens if you have like a vein of ore off to the side? Well, I had that happen. I found some shale over here. So I've been carefully digging down in this area. I have been leaving, you know, again, the ceiling alone. Most of this here is stone. I have been going ahead and clearing around the edges. And then clear this out, and then go down another level. And this will keep everything just looking perfect and clean. And you should, if you space them out just right, not have any collapses. Now mine are spaced very, very close together. In this case here, I went far too close. But you know what? That's okay. It's just a bit of wood. Wood is an easy to get renewable resource. So it didn't really matter that these were too close together. I know I did a little bit of cobblestone, but these at first were my markers, just so I kind of knew where everything was. Easy way to help me visually remember. You can see this one here. It will eventually be all concrete, or excuse me, all cobblestone. I am changing what it looks like, so when I go, where's my, one of these is the exit pillar. But I'm going to make it look different from the others. I could take paint and paint this pillar so I know this is my way out. But this is how you mine in this game. So, let's go ahead and go out to the snow where I've just started a new coal mine. So again, forgive me, this is going to take me a minute. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no. Is my bike going to be missing? Hopefully not. Let's go ahead and connect. Alright. My apologies. Welcome back. Uh-oh. Oh good. My motorcycle's there. Still here. So we're going to go ahead and head out to the snow, and I'm going to start this brand new mine. If you're wondering how you know where to start a mine, as you can see right there, we just passed a bit of iron. You'll get to visually recognize what all the different ore types look like. Nitrate looks sort of like a pointy star shape on the ground. If I do, I'll stop and point it out. Oh boy. Let's see. This right here is shale. Shale is used to make gasoline. This right here, that's lead. Let's see if we can find a nitrate to show you what nitrate looks like. Not gonna pass any nitrate here. Let's find you some, so I can show you. Right here, that's iron. There we go. Here's nitrate. So that's what nitrate looks like. Now let's go ahead and head back out towards our new coal mine that we're going to be starting. I am very particular about my mines. I don't like anybody else to go in there and start mining. I know that's terrible, but you know what? I think it's okay, because I get lots of resources, but I keep everything nice and neat and orderly. And that way, if somebody did need to come into my mine, they could. Here we go. Here, this is coal. So coal is mostly found in the burn zone, but you can also find a ton of it in the snow. As you can see, we're passing multiples here. I should be approaching my coal mine relatively soon. Nitrate you can find primarily in the desert. There should be a good portion of it. Shale, I believe it's the only place you can find it is the desert. Maybe you can find it in the wasteland, but I don't think so. It could have changed. Okay, my drone just gave me a heart attack there. So you can see here, I did the same thing with the plates. I like putting plates around things just so you don't have a gap when you're trying to drive over top of it. So, now, as you can see, I made sure where my hatch opens up. I like to use the wood hatches, primarily, because I can dictate where the handle is more easily than I can with some of the other ones. It's hard to tell sometimes where they are. So when I dig my way down, I'll put it down two at a time. And I'll place a frame here. And I could also be placing ladders. In fact, I should be in case I get in trouble. So, because I heard trouble coming. Let's go ahead and change this up. Ladder. The beauty of the shape things. You used to have to make ladders on the go. Sadly, my drone is blocking me pretty good from seeing where this is placing. One of my favorite things to do is if you have a turret, what I should have done was I like to take my turrets. I'll just put this here for now. And place my turret somewhere outside of my mine entrance. That way, should they show up, I have an easy way to get them. I'm slightly concerned that I'm digging into stone because I know I said dig down into but okay, I think the drone is blocking this. That is not good. Hey, little drone. I need to pick you up for a second. Sorry, little guy. So, let's see. I feel like, one more. This is deep enough for me to go ahead and start digging. You don't have to be quite that anal about it. I just like to leave a good, solid layer above. I've got these resources. Collapsing my life. So So I know that was stone, but I started damaging it, so I decided to just go ahead and dig it all out. I know this is a little bit more of a pain in the butt if you don't have a nail gun. That's okay. You can use your axe. That's how I started my last one. Okay. Go ahead and get that. Just so I have some room to stand. Place that. Get my ladders down, because the ladders don't like to snap where you're standing. That's good enough for me. Alright, now... Oops, I didn't see that. Go ahead and you can see this will be here. This will be all the way down to stone for me to place ladders on. Almost done. No, I don't have to worry about it right here. I'm not going to have to put it on the bottom. That's perfect. Absolutely. So I like to clear out. See? Alright, so let's go back. Their health is 600, so you see 500. To fix it, you can carry a cobblestone on you. I know that's stone. Sorry. This one's going to be a little bit tricky. Might have to go down 3 instead of 2. Which is alright. So I can see where the edges are. And I apologize if the volume is very loud. Yeah, there we go. Everything this time, but I'm just gonna do everything at my eye level. So if I'm hitting stone here, I'm gonna go ahead and turn. We're gonna try to follow the so we got lucky here. Than say the other layers. If you keep everything even and whatnot, as long as you don't have any giant gaps. I feel like if you're digging a long tunnel, you should be fine. But if you want to throw down a pillar, go for it. If you want to measure it out, I don't know the exact. I think I'm going to go ahead and call the video. I think you guys have got the general gist of it. Again, to reiterate before I go, I'm going to go ahead and drop a pillar here. Let's see. We're going to space this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here. Let's see. How many away is that? It's not enough. Ah, heck with it. We're just going to put it here. So again, I know, Minecraft rules tell you never to do this. You have to be careful, obviously. But it really and truly is the best way to get your support pillars in. You can do natural pillars too, but if you do them of resources, chances are if somebody stumbles upon your mine, if you're playing on multiplayer, and they see those resources, they will start digging at your pillars. I have had that happen before. So, you know, just keep that in mind. You know, just try to space it out. You should be fine, really. I had this natural stone bit here, so I probably didn't need to put this in, but I just wanted to show you guys how to do pillars. And I'm going to go ahead and throw some extra ladders here, since there's plenty of space for the water there. And we're good to go. Alright, so anyway, again, I want to thank you guys for watching. And please, for the love of God, don't make ugly mines. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye for now.